Hello, it's Heather with North Avenue Inc. I am here today on vacation from school, and I've been crafting a lot this week. I'm excited to share with you some cool birthday cards using Floral Delight Designer Series paper and UnBounded Love and UnBounded Beauty stamp sets. So let's get down to the camera and see what we've got going on. So I wanted to share with you, gosh, that's awful. These are the two cards that I wanted to offer to you tonight. They're pretty much the same card. One is a little bit simpler. One requires the use of die cuts. And I wanted to show you how you can get the same look using stamps and ink and a one-sheet wonder technique with maybe just the circle punches that you have. But of course, I wanted to share with you these beautiful dies that are available with the UnBounded Beauty sets. The stamps are Flowers of Beauty, which is a two-step stamp set. And then UnBounded Love is so many beautiful, small, delicate inside and outside of your card sentiments. So I've used this a lot. I've loved this one. Let's see what we got going on. I have done some of the die cutting already. I'm just going to set these aside for right now so I don't get them all messy. And I'm going to pull out and show you how really the cards are very similar. Both of them have a regular 8.5 by 5.5 base. So we'll just do those two at the same time. Okay, there's those. And they both have a blue mat and Pool Party. It's going to go there. I do need to trim this one down, so let's do that. You know by now that I keep my cardstock cut in quarter sheet panels or half sheets just so that I can grab things quickly. So when we're doing a regular card, the front of a card is 4 1/4. I'm just going to get that on there for you. But I don't want that glare. So when I was cutting this one down, the second layer is going to be 4, and instead of 5.5, it's going to be 5 1/4. There we go. And for the second card, you can use these little scrap pieces to make your sentiment tag to ground the card. I'm going to put those on. Just going to use some Stamp and Seal just for the sake of ease tonight. Hope everybody's been having a great vacation week. The weather has been nice up here in Vermont. It's been sunny and up in the late 30s, early 40s, low 40s today. And no storms on the horizon, which is really great. Don and I have been working on little projects around the house and been over to see my folks. Just having a good old time. Now, here's where the difference is going to start happening. You can see that I've taken Designer Series paper for the one card. The second card, we're going to have to build our stamp. Okay, so let's do that. I'm going to pull out some scrap paper here, and we are going to do some stamping. We are going to use Peach Pie, Lemon Lolly, Daffodil Delight. Let's see, what other colors did I use for you? And Pool Party. So if you've never done a one-sheet wonder stamping, it's a really fun way to create your own pattern paper. And the way I like to set it up is I'll open the ink pads and I will put on there the stamps I'm going to use. so they don't get mixed up. This stamp here is actually the interior of the leaves, but hey, I thought it looked cute as an extra flower. When you're doing a one-sheet wonder, you want to have stamps that are solid, airy, a blend of stamps so that you can get a really fun look. And I think Lemon Lolly. Oops, did I mix that up? I did. I wanted to do that. That's Lemon Lolly. And Daffodil Delight or Peach Pie? Peach Pie. Let's do Peach Pie. So even though the stamps as they were set out in the design are for specific parts of a flower, I just sort of commandeered what I wanted to make my pattern the way I wanted it. So we're going to start with the largest image. And this is Old Olive. And you're going to see that I rotate and I try and get images into the middle of the paper. And then we're going to come back around just like this. And fill in that green. Okay. Get a spot over here that I can actually do there. Okay. All right. So we're all done with the green right now. That way. Then I'm going to go to my next size stamp, which was the Lemon Lolly. And I'm going to just look for holes to fill in. And again, just turning. Remembering that this is not the final size that we're going to use for this panel. We're going to have to cut it down to fit. Okay, that's enough Lemon Lolly. Clean that up. And then I'm going to grab the Peach Pie. This is a little flower center, which I kind of liked. Turning it different ways. Remembering that this was actually the leaf, not the flower, that I used with the Lemon Lolly. But I think it looks good. And again, returning so that the images are kind of random until you filled in those pieces. Okay, so there's the Peach Pie. And then some Pool Party. I'm going to cover this, close this so I don't get my elbow in it. Okay. All right, here we go with the Pool Party. Just turning, random. So some of you may have limited supplies at home, and I wanted to show how you could get some of these designer looks by utilizing your supplies as best you can. So whether you are, I should say, whether you're watching this, the live or the replay, this is Tuesday night, and it is the 25th of February. There we go. That's enough there. And it is 2025. So this Pool Party. I just want you to compare. So this is the designer paper. Of course, it's double-sided. Okay. And this is the paper that we just made. If you want ideas for other designs to mimic, grab your catalog. So many beautiful designs on this suite of papers. This is paper that is in the spring catalog. And there is big flowers, different sizes of flowers in yellows and oranges. Okay, great ideas. Grab your catalog and go to town with your inks. The other thing I wanted to show you that I did pull is this beautiful vellum. We're going to do an envelope liner for the cards tonight. All right, let's cut this down to size. We're now on our third layer. So we've gone from 4 1/4 to 4 for the blue. And now we're going to go to 3 3/4 and decide which side you like best. 3 3/4 for the pattern paper layer. And we've gone from 5 1/2 to 5 1/4. And now we're at 5. Let's see if I got that measurement right. Looks good. Okay. Tuck that away. Now, the other differences between the cards. Love Forsythia, so pretty, is the embellishment on this card, the simpler card. I've taken a strip of the same Pool Party cardstock. I'm going to just strap it around the middle. And fold it over. You can use tape, you can use adhesive, but often when I'm using a ribbon or a fake ribbon, like I'm doing here, I will use tape just to get it tight. There's that, okay. And I'm going to use a tape runner, my stamp and seal here. I'm going to set that right on. Okay. There's that. This one actually uses a ribbon. So we're going to flip it over. What do you like? Do you like ribbon better? Do you like having it be super flat in your envelope? Tell me what you're thinking. I always do my ribbon while it's still attached to the larger piece so that I'm not wasting. Okay, so there's that. And again, we will use our stamp and seal. Center that. Great. Okay. And listen to my husband. He's got some cool TV show going on out there. This one, our sentiment is going to be on a circle. And probably one of the first things I would tell you to invest in as a stamper is a set of circle punches. They are going to make your life so easy. If you don't have circle punches, you can trace and cut out. But as I said, makes your life super easy. So I'm going to do these. Where did I put it? Oh my goodness. Did a yellow big circle. So 2 1/4. And then it's happy birthday. So I'm just going to stamp the happy birthday on here. I like to oftentimes go a little bit darker in the sentiment. You can see here that I did a darker green than is in the card itself. Let me show you the difference. I'll stamp this in olive, which is the same color, and you tell me what you like better. Or if it doesn't really matter to you. Okay, so there's olive. And here's Mossy Meadow. I like the darker one myself. That's just how I roll. But I'm going to go ahead and adhere this down because we did it. I could certainly turn it over and use both sides of my paper because that's the way stamps work. Okay. Grab some dimensionals. Not sure who's there, but say hello if you're there. To pop this up over the ribbon. I've been working today on a class that is for a nonprofit that I belong to. We're going to teach everybody how to make cards, and there's 4 of us that are going to be putting kits together. So I've spent today putting together kits about the ocean. So there's one card. Okay. Let's do the fancier one. Okay. All right. Here's the fancier one. Now, this is a lot of die cutting. So you can see here we've got a stem. I have already die cut that, so we'll have to spend a lot of time doing that here. When you use a die cutting machine and you have these little tiny holes, you can use your brush while the paper is still attached to the die to help get rid of the smaller pieces. Okay. Good. And you should be able to pull that right out. Anything that's left, just poke right out. A lot of times I'll find uses for these tiny pieces if I'm being super creative. I'm going to stick this guy right back here. And get out my itty bitty squirt bottle. I wonder if that was Joanne. I have my husband's cousin is in New Hampshire, and she pops on, and she always gives me a thumbs up and comments, and she's a very busy nurse practitioner, physician's assistant. I'm not sure which one she is. I think she's a nurse practitioner. And so I appreciate it when she pops by to say hi. And we just line that one up like that. Okay. I did not put adhesive on the back of the cardstock before I ran it through. This had enough large intersecting points where I felt like I could put the adhesive on without worrying about that. I'm going to grab this here and tie my knot. This ribbon is a little bit thicker, so I'm just going to go with a simple knot as opposed to a bow. And slide it over. Okay. Good. All right, there we go. There's that. And as part of the die sets, there are these really cool flower dies. So you can punch out a whole pile of flowers. So I had a lot of fun getting the flowers ready for this. I'm just going to put these in here. You know that one of my favorite tricks when I'm using flowers is to just take the end of my take your pick tool and round them a little bit. Just poke right down in. And you can use for adhesive to stack these together either a glue dot or your favorite liquid adhesive. Let's just do a glue dot so you can show you how we do these. And there's that one there. That's going to go there. Glue dots are such a fun adhesive. I can use them with kids too. It makes really big impact for kids to be able to glue something quickly and feel like a grown-up when they're doing it. Oh, I'm kind of wonky. Let's fix that. Okay, so I got 3 there. And we're going to put 2 up top. 1 there. And 1 there. And this one I think we're going to put down low here. Okay. Then I did stamp and die cut the second embellishment. Let's grab that. And that is using Old Olive. And then we'll run this through the die cutter as we speak here. This is really the only thing I wanted to show you here. There's that one. And used Lemon Lolly. So I hope friends have gotten things for celebration. It's been a fun special to kick off the year. I've enjoyed it quite a bit. And I hope that it's gotten you all excited to do some more stamping as the year goes on. Let me know what your favorite celebration item was. We've had some extras added in at the end of celebration, which have been really great. I was hoping I would get the add-on alphabet dies, but I did not act quickly enough, sadly. And I'm not being too fussy here. This is supposed to be just kind of loosey-goosey. I'm going to pop that through the die cutter. So I want to show you the difference too in the dies. So this is what cuts out the green stems there. This open die, kind of, you can see what you're cutting out. And I like to get a little piece of tape. Let's just pop this through the machine. And oops, I lid on backwards here. I have been using my die cutter so much, my Stampin' and Emboss machine so much that I had to screw my handle back in. Had to find an Allen wrench because I had been working it so much. So here's this little piece. It's very sort of artsy. We're going to pop this in right here for another layer. Okay. And this definitely has places where you can put adhesive. Maybe we'll use some dimensionals on this one. Let's see how that does, popping it up. Oh, that would be fun. Let's do that. Let's pop this one up taller. see what that does. Can never have too much dimension, right? And that one there. Should have gotten the minis out. Let's see how we do. Put that in there. Oh yeah, like that. And then we'll add some gems. I use the blue ones. Let's try the green ones. So these are the blue ones. These are, what are we calling these? Iridescent adhesive discs. I've had these. They came out at Christmas last year, and they just go with so much stuff. It's great. So let's do the green ones. They are still in the catalog. So already you can see there's quite a bit more stuff in this card. And I guess, you know, it depends on what you want to do. All right, I want to show you what's really fun about these label dies, because they come like this, but you're able to get one that looks like that. You're able to pop out the center of this one, which I think would be a really fun sun. And this one can go around the outside of that one, which is what I did here. So, but then just for the heck of it, I wanted to see what happened if we did it in reverse. So let's punch out the other piece of this here. Let's see what it looks like in white on yellow, because that might be kind of fun to do too. We'll see what it looks like, because that's why we're here. Thank you for the love, whoever left me love. I have to look later on. Okay, so there's the white. Okay, and then this one here, you could also do like that. Okay, so what do you think? Which way do you want to go? Let's do this one tonight. Let's do the reverse scallop. And see how that looks on our, I kind of like that. Let's do that one. We're going to stamp our sentiment, which is happy birthday. Lots and lots of birthdays. Now what do I do with the happy birthday? Here it is. Okay. And we're going to go with Mossy Meadow. See if it fits. Maybe it'll fit. Yeah. We'll just pop all these little dots out. Want it to look like eyelet. Fancy, fancy. Now I will say that I did use a scrap here of a card, so it's got stuff on the back that probably we don't want to look at. So it may not do exactly what I want. There we go. That's going to pull right off. Perfect. Right. Oh, I like that. I do like that. Hope you like it too. And put some. Whoop. I have a friend who prefers to use a glue pen. And really, if I had been thinking, I would have done the adhesive already on the cardstock back, because that's the easiest way to do it. But there we go. That's pretty. Oh, I like that. And let's do it up top here. What do you say? Up top? I want to put it up top. It's your card. You do it how you want, right? And always use all of your dimensionals. Even as you're getting down to the bottom edges, they still stick and nobody's going to see it on the back side. So, okay, so there's this one. Let's see if we can tuck that in there. See, now if I had been smart, I would have done that first. Happy birthday. Very nice. And then we'll do the inside. Then I'll show you the envelope and we'll be done. Okay. So inside, we're going to cut that down. Five and a quarter, 5/4, and we'll do some leaves. Do those in olive. You know, I think the hardest part about teaching other people to stamp is that I like to explore so much that it's probably tricky for you guys to follow along with what I'm doing sometimes. So I appreciate your patience. And here we go. We'll just put those in there. Flower. How's it looking? Just pretty, huh? Just pretty. And then on the inside, I have some friends who are kind of going through a tough time. So sometimes, you know, you want to send a happy birthday card, but you don't want it to be all woohoo. You want it to be a little bit subtler. And so this was just happy birthday. And on the inside, it says, you are loved. Okay. And we will pop that in here. Liquid glue is so much faster. Messier, but faster. Not a good press. Oh, rats. Embellishment opportunity. Well, let's see what we got. Right there. And there's that one. And that one. So let's clear the rest away so you can see what we got. So to do the envelope liner, you're going to cut a 6-inch panel by 5 and 5.5. Is that what I did? Yeah, 5 1/4 actually. And you're going to just pencil trace here and then slide it in. And we will do a little adhesive there to hold it in place. And then on the back, you're going to crease it and use your bone folder because it'll be thicker because there's another piece of paper in there. Okay, there. Pretty, huh? And then you could, of course, do some stamping on the outside. So let me pull the cards back in here. You tell me what your favorite was. And if you're watching this later on, leave me a comment. Tell me what you thought. Goodness gracious. Okay, so here we go. So that was my cards for you for tonight. I hope you enjoyed them, and I hope that you will check in, maybe subscribe for a newsletter. Let's go back to, there we go. Happy spring. Hope you all have a great week, and I'll see you Thursday night. I will share some new things with you then. Have a good night, everyone.